Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
5:54 and 16. Behold, I create the smith that bloweth the coal and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument of his works, and I have created the waster, the destroyer. I don't know why I didn't get that. Yeah, created the Salakia for that, and destroyer. So first I want to start by giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. I also want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this word, and the brothers who teach out of sincerity. And I also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. And with this, I just pretty much gathered as many precepts as I could that talks about this place being destroyed in nukes, pretty much, ICBMs. So I already read Isaiah 54:16, it's Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows. And the reason when the Lord's talking about arrows, he's talking about nukes, all right? Make bright the arrows, gather the shield. The Lord hath risen up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. And the Medes is Russia, because Russia is prophesied to destroy Babylon the Great. This place that we living in, according to Ezekiel 37, we talking about he should put the hooks in Magog. All right, when you look on the ancient map, Magog is the land of Russia. Rise up the spirit of the kings of Medes, for his device is against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the wall of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchman. When the watchman is us, the prophets, out on the highways and byways. Prepare the ambushes for the Lord. Have both designed and done that which he spoke against the inhabitants of Babylon, which is America. Okay, that's one precept. There's another precept. Isaiah 13:7. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, as once again the Russians, against them which shall not regard silver, and as the gold they shall not delight in it. Right, because silver and gold is not going to be able to save you from this judgment coming. Their bows, which also go in their bows again, which is the ICBM, also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of their womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of the kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellently shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's talking about when them ICBMs hit this place, it's not going to spare children, women, your grandmother, cats, dogs. It's not going to spare the trees. It's not going to spare the water. It's not going to spare the buildings. It's not going to spare nothing. The Lord's going to utterly destroy this place. This is Jeremiah again. Is it the same Jeremiah? This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, because America has always been number one power, a place that looks like a dream, the American dream. Everybody wants to come here. This is a place of opportunity. You can do whatever you want to do. You can sleep with a dog. You can marry a car. You can come here and get rich. It's so many. This is the golden cup, and America is the number one leading power on this earth right now, but it's quickly falling. But Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. How did it make them drunk? By her philosophy, her ways. In order to get in bed with Babylon, come and make this money, you got to get re-indoctrinated when you come here, like foreigners. When they come here, they got their degrees and stuff in their country, but they got to come here and get re-indoctrinated. And also, you get drunken off all these different religions, Jesus Christ, Buddha, and all these different religions, all right, in Babylon's way. So all the nations got drunken off of her, off the wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. because now they find out the Babylon's ways don't work. The Skittle community stuff, the um the jump shots, like everything this place is just a lie, a delusion, of deception, a evil, wicked place. And following the ways of Babylon just leads you down a toilet bowl, and that's why the world's in the condition it is now, because everybody followed after Babylon. Therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she shall may be healed. But Babylon, we will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto the heavens and is lifted up even to the skies. And what is the judgment? Them ICBMs. This is Job 2:14. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. It's talking about the ICBMs. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle arrayed before they face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall be gathered blackness. All right. They shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the walls like men of war, and they shall march every one of his way, and they shall not break their ranks, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his place, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city, they shall run upon the wall, they shall climb up upon the houses, they shall enter in at the window like a thief. The earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And it's talking about how scared people are going to be when the nukes hit. And what happens when fire evaporates the place? The sun gets darkened by the smoke. All right. So that's why it's going to be dark. And the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the stars are the ICBMs. That's just Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, and the 10 horns is the European Union. All right. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's the European Union. It's the 10 horns, the EU. All right. Which is all Edomites. So the Edomites are going to destroy themselves. This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, ye and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and that day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor a branch. And that's the ICBMs. This is Isaiah 13:15. Everyone that is found shall be thrusted through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And that's everyone who's joined to the enemy, Esau, Edom. Well, it's talking about you Israelites that want to join with the enemy and want to join his war, and y'all want to fight next to his side, and you're going to fall by the sword with him, which is that sword. We're going to be Jacob Trouble. It's going to be many swords, but the main sword is going to be that ICBM. Check this out. Your children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. That's a part of Jacob's trouble. Behold, I will stir up the Medes, once again the Medes, the Russians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, because they don't care about money. They're just going to do what the Lord wants them to do, which is destroy this place. Their bows also shall dash the young man to pieces. What are them bows again? Once again, them bows go into ICBMs. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And you see, nobody's going to get spared out of these times. All right? The Lord's going to destroy everybody. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as God when overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah. And we all know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. All right? The Lord destroyed that place with sulfur. All right? So pretty much, I just wanted to go through this real quick, and I'm going to cue up a video, and hopefully this lesson was edifying to the elect. Hey, shalom.
What would happen if there was a full-scale nuclear war between Russia and the United States? Based on non-classified data, the aftermath might go something like this. When one side launches nuclear missiles, the other side detects them and fires back before impact. U.S. submarine-launched ballistic missiles from west of Norway start striking Russia after about 10 minutes. And Russian ones from north of Canada start hitting the U.S. a few minutes later. The very first strikes are high-altitude EMP attacks, frying electronics and power grids by creating an electromagnetic pulse of tens of thousands of volts per meter. The next strikes target command and control, as well as nuclear launch facilities. Land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles take about half an hour to arrive. Major cities are targeted, both because they contain military facilities and to stymie the enemy's post-war recovery. Some cruise missiles take hours to reach their target. Each impact creates a fireball about as hot as the core of the sun, followed by a radioactive mushroom cloud. These intense explosions vaporize people nearby and cause fires and blindness further away. The fireball expansion then causes a blast wave that damages buildings, crushing nearby ones. The United Kingdom and France have nuclear capabilities and are obliged by NATO's Article 5 to defend the US. So Russia hits them too. Firestorms engulf many cities, where storm-level winds fan the flames, igniting anything that can burn, melting glass and some metals, and turning asphalt into flammable hot liquid. But the explosions, the electromagnetic pulse, and the radioactivity aren't the worst part. Nuclear winter is, caused by the black carbon smoke from the nuclear firestorms. The Hiroshima atomic bomb caused such a firestorm, but today's hydrogen bombs are much more powerful. A large city like Moscow, with almost 50 times more people, can create much more smoke. And a firestorm sends plumes of black smoke up into the stratosphere, far above any rain clouds that would otherwise wash out the smoke. This black smoke gets heated by sunlight, lofting it like a hot air balloon for up to a decade. High-altitude jet streams are so fast that it takes only a few days for the smoke to spread across much of the northern hemisphere. In the meantime, Earth gets freezing cold, even during the summer, with farmland in Kansas cooling by about 20 degrees centigrade or 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and other regions cooling almost twice as much. A recent scientific paper estimates that over 5 billion people could starve to death, including around 99% of those in the United States, Europe, Russia, and China. We obviously don't know how many people will survive a nuclear war. But if it's even remotely as bad as scientists think, then it has no winners, merely losers. It's easy to feel powerless, but the good news is that there is something you can do to help. Please share this video, because the more people know about nuclear war, the less likely it is that we'll start one.